Eric over at Taijin. Today we're going to be looking at our brass gearboxes. And what you guys see in front of you is exactly two of the same gearboxes. The only thing that's different is the shaft length. So this is a short shaft, and this is the long shaft. This is for like the Tiger 1, and this is for the King Tiger and such. Um, but other than that, there's no difference between the two, except for this one's a 4 to 1, this one is a 3 to 1. Um, and there is no real big change in between the two gearboxes except for one pinion, and the pinion actually has just been moved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start. Here's the normal 4 to 1. This is how it comes. If you notice here, notice the flat. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do one full rotation here so you guys can see how long it takes to really get one full rotation on a 4 to 1. Okay, so that was one full spin on a 4 to 1. So a lot of torque on this one, not very much speed. Over here, we have the 3 to 1, which you guys can notice already is a lot easier to move. This one is going to have increased speed at the cost of torque. So let's go ahead and spin this one now. We'll start that at the flat shaft there. Go ahead and watch that. So as you can see, a pretty considerable difference in the amount of reduction that is on this 4 to 1 here compared to the 3 to 1 setup. And once again, there's no difference on the inside of these. The only difference is, you've got your reduction gear here, goes to here, and goes to here. And that's the third reduction gear. And then, of course, you've got your fourth here. But the only thing that we've done is, if you see, we've moved the drive pinion over. So this one on the bottom is actually our 4 to 1. It's running off the fourth reduction. This one on the top is actually the 3 to 1, and it's running off of this gear right here. As you can see, it can be easily moved with my hand. And you can move this one with it as well, but this gear has to spin this reduction. This reduction goes here, and then to your drive axle here. So once again, the only thing that you do is just take this E-clip off, okay? And you have two flanged bearings in here, so you'll just pop the shaft all the way out. You have two Allen screws, set screws I should say anyways, for the pinion, one on this side and one directly 180 on the bottom there. Then you'll just swap the pinion and turn it 180 degrees so that it points this way. And then you will put your shaft back in, line your gear back up, and tighten your set screws back on. And then make sure, of course, to put your E-clip back on. And that'll allow you to have either a 3 to 1 or a 4 to 1. Now, if you are looking to advance your gearbox a little more, you might want to try messing with the motor mounts. This right here is a brushless motor. Yes, I know you guys don't see brushless motors very often, and we don't support brushless motors. But there are ways to run brushless motors in our systems. I was asked by a customer to figure out what motors you could really fit in here and such. Right now I have a 2040 motor in here. It mounts to the stock mounting holes, so you can mount it in the diagonals here. Just like some of the older, or other gearboxes I should say. The only thing that I've done is actually I cut a rectangle sized hole about the size of the screw. What I did is I actually just took three holes and then I just filed them down. So there's actually just a rectangle there. What this allows you to do is let you actually move out or move in the motor position, which allows you to put different pinion gears on. So not only can you change from 3 to 1 to 4 to 1 and back and forth, but if you do a small little mod like this, you can also change the motor pinion gears. Right now, if I remember correctly, I think these are a 19 tooth gear. With this change, you should be able to put up to a 22, 23 tooth gear or so, and then of course you can shrink down if you're willing to as well. I'm not going to shrink down on this motor. We actually have a large amount of 2040 motors. I have them all the way down to a few hundred kV up to, this one looks like it's a 5,000, so it's way too high. But depending on your gearing, you might want to be changing your motor pinions as well. So what I'll go ahead and do is just do some movie magic here so you can actually see the ugly holes that I drilled. So give me 1 second here. And ta-da! So like I've said, this is a very rough sketch that I just did here. I just took 2 or 3 drill holes, went right on through there, and then just used a metal file and made them straight. You can technically keep going around if you want to. I just did this so that I still had the stock mounting holes in case I wanted to put the other motors back in there or put it in its original position. If you also notice, I did widen this hole. What I had to do, it was just a perfect circular hole. And what I had to do is actually widen it. Come on, focus. What I actually had to do was widen this, the hole there, right in here and right up here, as well as here and here, so that you could take the motor, put it in, and slide it back and forth. So that's pretty much your tutorial on your brass gearboxes, your 3-to-1 and 4-to-1 combos in one.